Welcome to Millia, how tough are ya? Seriously though, welcome back. Today we're going to be kicking it up a notch and going into more intermediate concepts for Millia. As a reminder, it can be very helpful to listen to this whole video on its lonesome. However, I would definitely recommend for the best results to play along with me. This is a training guide, so best to get the training in too, no? Without further ado, let's dive in. As we defined in the last video, Millia is a very fast character who chooses her moments carefully when to engage, and once she gets her knockdown, she gets to unload a massive amount of pressure on the opponents due to her many options. However, the pressure can begin even before a knockdown. Due to her incredible speed, she is really good at using a universal technique known as tick throws. A tick throw is performed by conditioning the opponents to expect a block, then running forward and getting a grab. Remember how last time I told you to practice canceling her standing kick with a dash? That's because this move is incredible for tick throws. It comes out fast, she can cancel it early, and because of her incredible speed, stay right in the opponent's face so they never know which one you're going to be throwing out. And as we know, once you get that grab knockdown, Millia has a very fun time. But what if I told you her discs weren't the only option you had once the opponent was on the ground? In Guilty Gear Strive, when opponents are knocked down from a throw or from certain other attacks, they can sometimes be hit by a move while they are on the ground, otherwise referred to as OTG, standing for on the ground. Pretty appropriate, right? While usually it's a way to get a little bit of damage, by using these dash kicks, Millia actually can create a different kind of pressure setup. The moment that you land from a throw animation, instead of throwing out the heavy disc like the last video, dash forward, kick, and then dash again. You'll notice that you put them into a standing position immediately. This is incredibly strong because while they may be waiting for the disc, trying to anticipate which option you're going to go for, you instead force them right back into neutral on your terms. It can be a drastic change of pace that you're in control of and really throw the opponent off their game. Also, if you jump and air dash immediately after doing it, you will land right next to your opponent and actually still have the advantage to go into either these heavy slashes, land and do an attack, or land and grab and start it all over again. As you start learning the timings of your other moves, such as close slash or crouching kick, you can start mixing these in too for different tick dashes and other things to really scare the opponent and make them never know what's coming. Now let's highlight a couple of moves that we didn't talk about in the last video. By doing a quarter circle back kick, you'll have Millia's command dash on the ground. This move is very important to Millia's combos later on, but even initially can be really great at mixing up the opponent and keeping them on their toes while you have them in a block string. But be warned, this move is incredibly punishable. Incredibly punishable. If they have an inkling of when you're going to be doing this, they can do a full combo. At best for you, they will grab you and begin a pressure situation. Use it at different moments in a block string. Maybe you use it after your crouching slash or after your long range heavy slash, but do not get used to using it at the exact same moment every time. The trickiest time that I've found is using it during close slash. If you're standing right next to the opponent, you will actually switch sides, and sometimes that shock of you being on the other side will make them hesitate enough that they'll miss their punish. This move will also go through any mid-hitting normal moves. However, a crouching attack, even like a crouching punch that the opponent can easily mash, will beat this move regardless. So it's definitely a high risk, high reward move. Speaking of high risk, high reward, Millia's command forward heavy slash would fall under that category, depending on the opponent that you're facing. The two hits do not chain into each other on block, meaning that the opponent has time to throw out a reversal super, especially in the case of Angie with his counter. It is a very nice move because in a lot of scenarios, it is a nice, easy two-hit sequence that will push the opponent away, so even if it doesn't hit, it'll set you back to neutral. I have a bad habit of using it too much, so I'm bringing this awareness to you now so that you can use it, but you don't make it a staple of your game. Whew. Okay, that's enough warnings for now. How about we do something a little more fun, which is counter hits. I'm sure all of you have seen the big counter appear on the stage, but sometimes it's a little bit hard to know what that means and the opportunities that they entail. There are two types of counter hits that matter, what we're going to call a soft and a hard counter hit. The soft one, which occurs from any of her slash attacks or her 6P, causes that move to slow down the opponent a little bit and make some combo routes possible. The heavy one, which causes a big zoom in and a massive counter word to appear on the bottom of the screen, occurs from doing her heavy slash attacks as well as her 2 dust. The bigger the counter hit, the more different the options available. For the soft counter hit, for now we're going to say there aren't too many things that'll make it differ from a normal hit if the opponent is standing on the ground. However, if the opponent's in the air and you get a close slash, you can do another one after. Just wait a couple seconds for the animation to finish. Or if you hit them with your aerial slash, sometimes you can land and go into a ground combo instead of just doing the aired slash dust, air dash slash dust, etc. combo that we did before. While more rare, the big zoom in one has a lot of good options to come out of it. What's nice is that from both moves, the standing heavy slash and the crouching heavy slash, we'll be doing the same follow-up, so you have some time to confirm the situation with your eyes and then go into the next thing. The big zoom in time slow allows enough time that if you do your quarter circle back kick, that command dash on the ground we mentioned before, you will still be able to put in a move and continue the combo without the opponent getting out. In the case of the scorpion scorpion tail, dash forward, and then do close slash, and go into a whole new string while you're standing next to them. If they're in the air, do the command dash, close slash again, and now you have the option of doing either an air combo or a ground combo. Pretty cool, right? Just practice confirming with the dash after seeing the big zoom in appear. Same with the slash varieties. Have an opponent jump with the counter hit set to on, and chain that close slash into itself, or jump up, dash with a slash in the air, and try and make a combo after. If it's too scary to dash in with a close slash for the follow-up, just throw out a kick and go into that command forward heavy slash and quarter circle back punch combo that we did before. Now, instead of talking about combos, let's talk about escaping combos with your back to the corner. Millia is very good at getting out of pressure due to her jumps and dashes. However, the opponent will assume that you probably want to escape to the air because of this. Faultless defense is a universal mechanic of holding down 2 buttons and back. You'll see this green aura surround you, and it will drain some of your meter, but it'll push the opponent away. For now, if you're really wanting to get the opponent off you, just tap it very quickly at the start of a block string. You don't actually want to hold it the whole block string because it will drain a ton of your meter, but just doing a little bit at the beginning can throw off your opponent and give you that space that you desire. Leaping into the air and using 1 or 2 of your jumps, and then going into quarter circle forward heavy slash for the flower capel jump thingy mabob, canon name by the way, is a great way to get out of the corner. And if you're high up enough, you can even throw out a move as you come down. Just be careful that they're not predicting it and doing their air invincible move themselves, because then you're back where you started. Also, it's important to keep in mind that once they start jumping up to try and knock you out of the air, you can escape on the ground. You're not Potemkin trying to squeeze through a small tube. You're a fast, agile character with not that big of a hurt box, so you can very quickly press dash and leap out from under, and then you've put them in the corner. This is a good time to note that for any character, it's very wise if you're playing on a controller or a fight stick, whichever you are, to have dash bound to its own button. That in itself will help with the kicks that I was talking about earlier, and this final thing that's coming up. I just couldn't give y'all no combos to practice. That's no fun. So we're just gonna go over 2 little quick things that'll be really nice. You'll notice that in the corner, this light disc causes the opponent to bounce up instead of bounce away from you. Now before, we just had it go into a nice little kick because it was easy and went into the next combo string. But if you're ready for it, quickly press dash and go into slash. Dr. Seuss over here. But really, doing that will cause you to go into this heavier string than before. So you can work in either another one of that, or you can go into the car, whichever one. It'll do more damage and add an extra hit to break the wall much easier. For air combos, if you end up fishing out an opponent's movement with a jumping slash, go into dust, and then instead of before where you did a jump, just go into dash slash dust, dash slash dust. It'll do a lot of corner carry. Maybe you do the moon or do the command dash to dive to the ground and be ready to continue your offense there. Also, because of how fast Millia's slash in the air recovers, it's possible if you've hit them high enough with slash dust jump slash, and then instead of pressing dust right away, let yourself fall, hit slash again and continue. You get 1 extra hit, which honestly sometimes can be a big difference. You've probably noticed we have yet to do combos or anything that has to do with meter. The most important thing that you can do moving forward is learn how to do dash Roman cancels. If you have Roman cancel on its own button, or you're pressing the 3 buttons, doesn't matter. It's kind of like a slide motion of dash into that button, and you'll see that instead of doing a normal pop, you can slide in any of the 4 cardinal directions. This becomes incredibly important in neutral and combo game and every aspect of the game. So for now, just practice getting that down. We'll start going into the advanced applications of that next time. Okay, that should be good for now. Cool, you made it. Hopefully that wasn't too painful. If you got questions, post them, and hit that subscribe button to catch the next guides coming. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Later.